Welcome to LT Outdoors, the channel with everything the outdoor world has to offer.
Gotta be an 11.
Wow, I've never seen one that big.
Sun is coming up, Bob is going down.
Look at that.
Fish are all abiding and jumping all around. Let's hook up the boat, come on, let's go. It's time for LT Outdoors. I'm talking LT Outdoors. Might go hunting, fishing, metal detecting, might even do a little fortune too. I'm talking LT Outdoors. I hope you enjoy the show.
Get a load of that. Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of LT Outdoors. In this episode, I switched gears up a bit. Kind of funny, you know, my friend Laura on Facebook, I've been seeing so many dang pictures of bobcats and fox and coyotes and just all the stuff they're catching. It's driving me nuts. So I'm putting in a canine line. I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you can learn something from it. If you have any tips, if you're a canine trapper, go ahead and throw them my way. I'm always down for learning more. Like I said before, I am never going to claim to be a professional, and I am always open to learning. That's what we all need to be, in my opinion. But yeah, guys, I'm setting some canine sets out, and I'm going to set some more tomorrow. But this should be fun. Hopefully we get into some nice red fox, maybe coyote. We shall see. But stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think. I'm setting some traps for canines. What I'm doing here, this is my stake driver for my wolf fang anchors that you'll see me use, but I'm sticking it down in there. That's what you call a mouse hole. I've always done good with these little, it's kind of a miniature dirt hole set. Okay, now what I gotta do, I see it's all rocky here, so the wolf fang anchor is gonna hold good, but I'm gonna dig out my trap bed. I am gonna use, this is a 2.5 right here, I believe, or number 2 probably, but it's got laminated jaws, real nice soft catch trap. This is my wolf fang anchor. These things are awesome. It's cool because you put the wolf fang anchor goes right on there just like that. Hammer that down in the ground. I'll show you how it works. It does not come out, but I need to make a bed big enough for that trap. And I want it to be out. I learned this from Mark June. I want it to be out just a hair and off to the side a hair. Because what happens when the canine comes in, think of them as a dog. They're just as curious, but they're gonna step back. They're gonna stand about right here and they're gonna try and look down the hole before they start messing with it. They're not gonna stand. You don't wanna put your trap right here because obviously they're not gonna stand here to try and look down that hole. So I'm gonna try and put the trap back here more. I'm guessing right in here would be a good spot. That way they can get it. But yeah, it's always hard to estimate some people got it down pat. I don't think I have just yet, but I do all right with what I do. Now fox, they're easier to catch than a coyote. The coyote's gonna come in, he's gonna do his looking around, and then that'll be it if he doesn't want it. A fox, on the other hand, they're curious. He's gonna mess around here quite a bit, so I'm not too worried about trap placement with a fox. They're gonna walk all over this, but just in case a coyote comes along, because there's a lot of them back here, I'm gonna put the trap about right here. Now you want your trap bed to be solid. You want it to be about the size of your trap when it's open. You want it to be the depth of your trap. Get that root out of the way. You don't want anything that's gonna get in your trap and mess things up. Learn that the hard way. Oh yeah, that's money right there. You want your trap to be bedded nice and solid. When I put this down, I'm gonna put dirt around it, make it solid, but now I gotta put the stake in first. I like to put my stakes directly underneath the trap. This will probably set the trap off, but I don't care. Of course, I gotta get my hammer. Oh no, it's right here. Give it a little knock, so sometimes that'll get stuck on your anchor and you don't want to, there you go, you don't want to pull the anchor back out. Now you give your chain a good pull sideways, just like that, and you'll feel it flip. You figure the anchor's shaped like this. When you pull it sideways, it goes down like this. When you pull it sideways in the ground, it goes like this. Boom. Then you've got all that weight of the ground against it. It ain't coming out. All right. Push this chain down in there as much as I can. It's very, very important that your trap is bedded solid. If something steps on this and it moves, they're gonna be leery of it. So what I do is I take some of the dirt around the side, I just kind of push it down, get these leaves out of there. Yeah, you want this, don't worry about it not going off because of this, it definitely will. But the more solid that this is, the better chance you've got of getting a good catch. Because the animal can walk all over it without it going off. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do, this is called batting. It's actually what they use to like stuff an animal or to make a pillow. I like to use this stuff underneath my triggers. Because what it does, it makes sure that when I cover this with dirt, that dirt doesn't get under the trigger. If it does, that trap ain't gonna go off. But the way that is right now, some people use wax paper. Whatever you use is fine. I mean, as long as it works. Yeah, this trap ain't gonna move. Not on an animal anyway. Now if a deer or a person steps on it, yeah, it'll probably move. All right, now I use, this is a sifter. It's a wooden deal with, you can see the screen in the bottom. You want to sift your dirt. You don't want to just throw dirt on there, because if there's a rock in there, that could be all it takes to get jammed into those jaws and keep you from catching your animal. So use my sifter here. So I'm gonna have to use my hands, and I'm gonna have to be careful not to set this off. Now as you can see, it's nice and covered. You can see where your trigger is right there. Basically you just smooth it out real nice, just like that. Now that looks natural. That's all natural dirt right there, folks. The ground's not too wet right now, so I'm not worried about it freezing just yet. Once it does start to freeze though, I'll put some of this. I might just put some of this right now, a little bit over top, because it'll help if it does get cold. This is my dry dirt. I dig this up before the season, and I mix it with peat moss. Now when you do that, you want to kind of, don't just put it on your trigger or on your trap, because then it just looks off. You want to kind of spread it around, because then the animal doesn't think, oh, there's something right here. Instead it all looks natural this way. Doesn't hurt to throw some leaves around as long as you keep them off your trigger. You don't want a whole bunch of them on trigger. A little bit will work, be fine. He's just gonna step right there. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my gloves off. I do not want to risk, these are the gloves I want to use for touching my trap. I do not want to get scent. You might think this is dorky, but you do not want to get scent on your, especially lure. That's what I'm using right now. You don't want to get lure on your trap. If you do, it's a guarantee that the fox is going to dig it up. Guaranteed. I've got all different lures here. I don't even know what some of these are. They're probably all froze up. This one's not. O'Gorman long line lures, fox gland lure. Oh, that's a stank. That's a stanky. That's got some skunk in it. Skunk and fox glands. Look at that. That's gonna go right down the hole, just like that. And I'm also going to do this because, like I said, you got to think of them like a dog. If you've ever, I'm a dog lover. If you have a dog, you'll know how they are. They're very curious. They get into trouble because of it. This is going to get them into trouble. They're going to look down that hole. Just want to give him a little bit of something to look at. He's going to see that little bit of white, think it's something down there he's going to have to get. He's going to try and dig it out. Boom, you're going to have a catch. So this is a good set, folks. I'm excited to see what's here in the morning. We should have a fox, or we're going to have something. We're going to have something. This set here is going to be a curiosity set. I want this one to basically scream, you know, come look at this. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna dig a hole. All right, this should be good. I don't need to totally bury it as long as it's hidden. That's the law. It can't be seen from, that way you don't catch birds and, you know, owls and stuff. What I'm gonna do, just to kind of catch the eyes of some animals, I'm gonna throw some feathers around, make this look crazy. Normally I do eat these. You have seen me do it. They are good. I like to soak them, but I wanted to use this one as bait. There we go. Get a nice feather, nice wing. There we go. Well, that's what I wanted to do, was get it nice and ripped. That way, there's a lot of scent going on right there. I'm gonna throw this over here. The reason I'm doing a buried set, foxes especially like to bury their food and come back later. So that's, I'm trying to imitate that a fox buried himself a duck right here and decided he was gonna come back later to get it. Now, what I'm gonna do to kind of narrow down, because I made such a big mess here, I'm gonna use some stepping sticks. I'm gonna make it so that this fox or coyote doesn't want to step on either side. I'm gonna make him want to step right where I put the trap. You don't want to go too crazy when it comes to, you know, making a backing and stuff, but there's a nice rock. Okay, that's good right there. That fox is gonna have to work for it. He's not gonna go anywhere there. He's gonna work around this front edge. I'm gonna put the trap somewhere right here. Okay, if you're gonna go this route, like I have to, and use a drag, you want something heavy enough to where if you catch an animal like a coyote or something with some size, that they can't run real easy with it. Now, they are gonna be able to run with it, but they're gonna get hung up somewhere close by. It's not gonna be hard to find them. They'll be loud, they'll be rattling your chains. But you do have to do a little tracking. You'll also see where they drag it through the leaves. You should have you'll be able to track it. I do recommend though, if you're gonna be using a drag, I mean, you need stiff enough wire, and you gotta make sure that you've got at least one good swivel. You don't want that coyote or fox or whatever to be able to twist this wire up too much, because if they just sit there and twist and twist and twist, they're eventually just going to break the wire, and that ain't no good. You don't want to lose a trap on an animal. It's not only inhumane, but costly. Okay, now we got a good drag right there. I'm just going to have to kind of bury the chain a little. What I'll do is I'll actually make a little channel. Oh, there's a stick, I don't want that there. Channel in the dirt here to bury that cable. Alright, I'll set the trap. just like that. Now, seems how I already got a hole from the wolf fang. I'll shove all my chain and stuff down in there. Now, I don't know how everybody else does it, but this is what you call the dog, the trap dog. I always like to have my dog facing either the bait or the hole or the scent post or whatever I'm going at. Because I don't want the animal to possibly step on the dog, because that could tip the trap. It's easier to tip it right here than it will be to there when I get it bait set down. So I always have my dog facing the hole. Get this stick out of there. That would be bad. But yeah, let's get this done, guys. Let's take the dirt around the hole here. Make sure you keep debris out of the jaws, guys. That is a big must. You don't want to mess up because of a rookie mistake. Okay, that should be good. Now I'm going to take my sifter again. I'm going to use dry dirt here because I use the other dirt to bury my bait. I do have a little bit of dirt right here. What I'll do is I'll mix it. If you mix your dry dirt with the natural dirt, it'll help mask it. You can dump your leftovers on the bait. All right, that's a good set right there, guys. I'm not gonna mess with it. It's ready to go. Normally, I'd recommend too using a knee pad. You don't want to leave big knee holes in the ground because it just gives the coyotes or fox something to look at. Hide this wire a little more here. There we go. Yeah, see what we get. Out of these two sets, we'll get something. Okay, guys. Now, this is mostly a deer trail. But what I like about this spot is it's going between, you got a swamp, big heavy swamp on this side, and you've got, it goes up a ridge that's got oak trees and stuff on this side. I'm assuming there's some raccoons down here. They like to come out of the swamps or go into the swamps. Look at that buck rub. There's probably a lot of bucks back here too. This would be a good deer hunting spot, but I can also see where there's been a bunch of digging. And it's not squirrels, I'd say it's skunks, which right now, skunks are actually worth more than coons. So I'm gonna set. If I get skunks, I'm gonna be happy. If I get coons, I'm gonna be happy. If I get possums, well, I'll probably let them go. But yeah, let's get these in the ground. I got one set there with cat food. I've been using dry cat food lately because it's getting so cold the sardines will freeze up and they'll freeze the trigger. So yeah, I don't think it works as good without the sardine oil in that, but I don't want it to freeze up either. So yeah, see what we get. I had to spread them apart too. You get them too close together and you catch a coon, it'll end up with both traps. So yeah, let's get some more fox sets done. I've got a trap bedded down right here. The chain is running up under all this gunk. You can see it right here. Now I am gonna wire that chain off to a drag. I'm gonna find me a good drag, something that'll be hard to drag, but honestly in here it's so thick they ain't gonna get very far no matter what it is. But I'm making here, whoa, that goes down deep. Right here I'm gonna make a double dirt hole. You seen me make the one. I also like to use a double. Just gives them extra stuff to look in. I've done good in both. They both work just as great together. Again, with these I like to throw some lure down the hole. Don't really matter what it is as long as it's something with some fox or coyote scent. Just gonna put these here. I'll dab a little bit of scent on them. Maybe I'll use something different here. Whew. Yeah, this one here is pure red fox glands, ground and preserved. So yeah, there's I know there's fox back here from experience. I've caught several back here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm not chintzy on bait, guys, or lure. To me, the more the better. So I go all out with it. Just like that. Now I'm gonna go find something to use for a drag. And that drag is also gonna be my backing. I'm gonna put it on this side of the hole so that nothing comes from that side to get to it. Oh, this is a really good drag here, guys. Somebody cut this a long time ago, but they ain't gonna get very far with this. It's definitely gonna stop them in the track to be like, what the heck's going on here? Now coyotes don't like big backing. If a coyote comes up to this, he might shy away. Might, you never know. But fox don't care that much. They're really curious. I've had them come to some crazy backing. And again, make sure you wire it really well, because these fox and coyote both are gonna jump around like crazy. Make sure you got good swivels on your chains. This one here's got 2 or 3 swivels, so it should be fine. I'm not even too worried about hiding this chain because it's gonna be behind this log. They should come in to get a peek. I've got it kind of offset. Should have something nice flat ground to make my sets. There's a lot of ruts and divots in here from back when it was a road, but this is a nice flat spot, and it's kind of a cutoff point. They're gonna be coming right through the middle of this, so, and there's all this junk on the side, so they're not gonna walk over that pine limb. They're gonna come right through here. So again, I'm gonna make a fox set right in here. I caught one right in here a few years back, so see what happens. Got another good set right there. What I'm gonna do, again, I'm not even blending it or anything. I'm gonna leave it just like that. I've done really good like that. I ran the chain. I just put those logs were already here, so I just put them over top. I've actually got this one wired to this tree, so it ain't going nowhere. We're gonna have something here tomorrow, I'm sure. This is the end of it. I made a little mouse hole going up under the rock, and I put some cat gland lure in there. All canines are attracted to cats. Trap is right there. Let's see what happens, guys. Get a load of this scrape right here, and it was used today. It's a fresh couple deer tracks. This is signature of a scrape. They always have a broken limb. This is what you call their lick branch. They're actually gonna lick all over this and rub their head on it and the whole 9 while they're scraping up the ground. It's pretty cool. I've come across a few of these today. The bucks are definitely active.
LT Outdoors has been brought to you by RBM Jigs and Lake Effect Lure Co. Everything for the serious ice fisherman. Sportsman's Connection, mapping the outdoors since 1992. Wellman's Bait and Tackle, check them out in Oscoda, Michigan. Cowboy Coffee Chew, a cup in a pinch. Crooked Bend, the leader for food plot mixes here in Michigan. LS Custom Game Calls, check them out for incredible game calls. They have waterfowl and much more. And Shelly's Shirt Shack, where all the LT Outdoors merchandise is made.
There's something you don't see every day.